I'm showing you guys how to make a build with insane finishing, including gold posterizer, that's also able to get insane dribbling as well as insane shooting, so you can make absolutely everything. Oh, and also you can get consistent plugs and snatch blocks. If you want to do everything, this is your build. Alright, position, you're gonna want to go point guard. Height, go 6'8". You guys already know about the 6'8" point guard builds, but you guys do not know about this 6'8" point guard build. I'm telling you guys, this build right here is different. Now we're gonna skip weight for right now, and we're gonna go down to 6'11". At 6'11", you really don't lose too much on the finishing or too much on the defense, but your shooting is gonna become much better. And then for the weight, you're gonna want to go 185. Alright, so kicking things off for the finishing, this is so crazy. Right away, we're going with a 93 driving dunk, which is gonna give us gold posterizer, so you definitely can get contact dunks consistently. Now, honestly, you definitely can get contact dunks on this build, but you don't need to rely on contact dunks either, because your dribbling and shooting is also very good. You can just run straight into the paint and hold square, or you can do a dunk meter dunk if like the defense helps out on you or something. But on the 1v1 court, honestly, I wasn't really going for contact dunks that often because there's no help defense. And it's not just dunks, you guys have been seeing those little overpowered spin layups I've been doing, and for some reason with literally like a 30 standing dunk, you can still do standing dunks, which is kind of crazy and also a bit weird. Also, you guys see right here, I'm not going up against a build with no defense or something. Like, this guy is clearly a lockdown, but yet honestly I was scoring on him with ease. Like, genuinely, this build can just cook. I'll talk about the playmaking a little bit later, but for some reason this build is really fast, and it's so hard to stop you from driving towards the basket. I know people said like 6'9" aren't going to be in the game, but to be honest, 6'8" are the exact same thing. Like, bro, where are you going? That's just disrespectful. Bouncing the ball under your legs while he's still there is honestly so crazy. Honestly though, this build is so much more than just a rim running build, so let's talk about the shooting. Literally, for shooting, all you need is an 85 3-point rating. Earlier on, I was a little bit hesitant to make an 85 3-point rating build because I did not think bronze limitless range was going to be good enough to be able to hit limitless range shots. But you guys see, based on this graph from NBA 2K Labs, bronze limitless range gives you a massive boost, which means you can definitely shoot a few steps out from the line, no problem. Straight up, this build is going to be greening every single three so consistently. That sounded like I was saying this build can only shoot threes, but definitely it can shoot twos as well. Honestly, 85 3-point rating is kind of too overpowered. Now, obviously, you guys already know you can green very consistently on this build, but if you guys want to be greening consistently, you're going to want to use this jump shot right here. Also, if you guys want me timing this jump shot correctly, you're going to need to know the cue of the jump shot. And luckily for you guys, in my top 7 biggest screen window jump shots video, I talked about this jump shot more in depth and also told you guys like the cue and how to time this jump shot correctly. Be sure to check out the video when it drops, or it might already be out. Also, I forgot to say this at the beginning of the video, but please subscribe to the channel. Alright, now we're gonna need some playmaking. Like, we are a point guard build after all. Kicking things off, 75 pass act, that's literally all you need, and honestly is more than good enough on this build. Ball handling, you're able to get an 85, which is gonna give you gold ankle breaker, as well as a ton of very good dribble moves I'm gonna be showing you guys in a second, and 75 speed with ball is very crazy as well. You definitely can break ankles on this build, I just hadn't grind any badges. Yeah, honestly, the dribbling on this build is way too good, and that's largely due to this magic speed boost, which is genuinely so fast. Obviously, don't just spam it like I did, but when you can combine that with the step backs and the snatch backs and the behind the backs, as well as your crazy shooting and finishing, it's genuinely very hard to stop this build right here. If you guys have tried to guard the ISO of a very sweaty 6'8" build, you guys know what it's like. Now, if you guys want my drill moves, I'll give them to you in a second. But really quickly, let's just admire me cooking this State Farm agent and then going with an under the legs dunk, like, bro. Alright, these are the drill moves I'd recommend using. It's really crazy how an 85 ball handling gives you all the best drill moves in this game. So you guys have seen the crazy shooting, finishing, and playmaking, and there's just no way we're getting good defense too. No, you're wrong. First off, we're starting with silver clamps, which is honestly very good. And since this build is kind of big, honestly, the silver clamps does not feel like silver clamps. It definitely feels like at least gold. Then for steel, we're going up to an 85, which gives us silver glove. That may not sound like anything crazy and honestly shouldn't be anything crazy, but you can get a lot of steals on this build. After that, we're going up to just a 77 block. Literally, that's it, just 77. And then we're going with a 61 interior defense, which against this guy with a 94 dunk rating, we are not only able to stop him from dunking the ball, but we're even able to get snatch blocks against him. After that moment right there, that's when I realized this build can really do everything, and I mean literally everything. The fact that you're absolutely just unguardable on offense, and then you can turn around and low-key be like a mini lockdown build is so crazy, especially on the twos. Like, oh my gosh, this build's overpowered. And this build really can guard all different types of builds. Yeah, honestly, the fact that this build's defense is as good as it is just too crazy. Alright, and then for the physicals, I'm just going to show you guys them really quickly. You guys see all around the physicals are going to be pretty good. And yeah, that's how you make this build. And you guys see it comes out to be an inside-out scorer. Honestly, it should probably be a two-way inside-out scorer. Now, if you guys aren't current gen, basically just go with the exact same stuff. Just upgrade the build like this instead. It's still very crazy. I went with these takeovers right here, and then that's how you make the build. Please subscribe.